passion, power, agony, success, blood, tears, joy, fear, courage, anguish, perseverance, sacrifice, love, tranquility, and family, all wrapped up into one. Muay Thai has a different meaning to everyone. To me, it's really intimate and very close to my heart. Although it does not define me, it is a big part of who I am. It's rich in culture and full of respect and history. It's not just about fighting and training, but through it, it builds strong character and discipline. I believe that if you embrace Muay Thai with an open mind and commit to it wholeheartedly, it will change you completely and take you on a priceless journey. It's part of me, and it's something I can't hide and run away from. To me, it's a beautiful gift and a blessing from God, one that I must pass on one way or another so that I may be an inspiration and a blessing to everyone else. Muay Thai is a form of martial arts. It involves kicking, punching, throwing elbows, throwing knees. It's different ranges. When you're kicking, you're at far distance, and when you're close, you're clinching, throwing elbows. It's a very dangerous sport, but it is also full of respect and teaches a lot of discipline and builds a lot of self-confidence. I did Muay Thai about 11, 12 years ago. I've never heard of it. I took a self-defense class because I was actually beat up by my sister. We were in an argument, and she actually started out wailing on me, and I didn't know what to do. So I went to the community college and looked for a self-defense class. So I took the self-defense class, and one side, my teacher was teaching something else, and I didn't know what it was. So I just kept on looking over, and he saw me looking over, and he was like, "Do you know what they're doing?" And I was like, "No, what is that?" He's like, "It's Muay Thai." I'm like, "What's Muay Thai?" He's like, "Is that like karate or something?" He's like, "No, it's way different. It's so much better." He's like, "Do you want to try it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." So that day I went to the other side. I started learning how to throw jabs and crosses and roundhouse kicks and everything that is about Muay Thai. Except at that time, knees were not allowed in competition, or elbows in amateur. So I never really practiced knees or elbows back then. So anyway, long story short, I started staying on that side more. Went to competitions, watched my friends do it. Next thing you know, my teacher was like, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like 17, 18 years old, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do this," you know? I was full of energy, and I was excited about it, and I felt great about myself. So I said, "Yeah, let's go." So we went to Smokers. Smokers are like underground fights. They're not sanctioned. So it's kind of like a scrimmage, as in soccer. Or like it's like a practice fight, but it is still a fight. So I go there several times, and there were girls in my weight class but didn't want to fight me. And so my first fight, I ended up fighting a girl that was like 120, 25 pounds. I was barely 100 pounds. So here I am, I excited anyway. I was like, I don't care, let's just go get my first ring experience. And I went in there and I gave it my all, but this girl had like probably 5 or 6 fights, and she just beat the crap out of me. Came out of that fight with like bruised inner thighs. Man, I didn't know what the heck I got into. But I went back to class, and my teacher was like, you all right? Do you want to keep doing this? And I was like, hell yeah, you know? I was just like, you know, just full of courage, and I didn't care, and I wanted to win. I was like, I'm going back in that ring. So, tried to get another smoker again, but couldn't. And then my teacher found me an amateur fight in San Diego. Did that, and it was great. I felt awesome. Went home, had blood in my shorts, and my mom was like all scared. And she was like, I don't want you doing that anymore, Rhea. And I'm like, but Mom, it's not even my blood, you know? So she's like, I don't care, I don't want you doing that anymore. So after that, I did another fight in Iowa, and it was the IKF tournament. I was like, Mom, just let me do one more fight. So I did that tournament, and in that fight, I ended up actually winning, and I got a belt for it, and I was super excited. And I had already decided before I even took that fight that I was gonna quit, and just because my mom didn't want me to do it anymore. So I won the belt, came home, super excited. My teacher was so excited because there were so many offers. Promoters wanted to like fly me everywhere and put me into fights. Somebody wanted to fly me to Thailand and train and fight there. But I went to his house and I was crying. I was like, I can't do it anymore, I'm sorry. And but he understood, and he's like, I told him I had to finish school first, and you know, later on if I want to do it again, I'll do it again. And he's like, yeah, you know, education is first. So I stopped, and then I don't know, about 12 years later, I found myself in a gym here, and started punching and kicking, and the adrenaline rushed in, and I'm like, wow, I remember feeling like, you know, I remember this feeling, and I love it, you know. And I remember Frankie asking me, he's like, you've done this before, haven't you? I'm like, I was trying to be humble and say, no, I'd never done it before. But yeah, so started training more, started going to fights, and then I know something inside me was like, go, do it, you know, prove it to yourself that you can do it again. So I went in the ring, and I fought several times in the ring, and you know, fought my heart out, proved to myself that I can do it again about 12 years later, and I feel like I'm stronger and I'm faster and better than before, so I feel good about myself. It's influenced me a lot, actually, in every aspect of life, because Muay Thai has taught me to be patient, taught me to be humble when you lose and when it doesn't always go your way, teach you to be humble and just keep fighting, keep striving to be better. And it taught me like a lot of like loyalty and respect and having just friends and family around. And it's a huge part of me, and it's just really hard to explain, but it's like, it's in me. It's, you know, the power and just like the excitement of it all, you know, all the fights and just like, but to me, it's about technique, you know, like seeing like how, because I don't like brawling. I don't like it when people just go out there and wail. They may be strong, but they have no style. Muay Thai has a lot to do with technique, and it's, you know, it's a lot of like artwork to me. You know, when somebody goes out there and does their thing, and you know, it just like shows like cool technique, it just inspires me. It's like, wow, it's just like watching a play or something, you know? To me, it's art. I've learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. I can push myself more than I thought I could. And to me, there's just really no limit. It's up to me, it's up to whoever is doing it that you know, can make anything of Muay Thai. But I came to Spider Muay Thai about a couple of years ago, and it wasn't Spider Muay Thai yet. We were just here at an American gym training, and you know, it was a couple of fighters, Kevin and a couple of fighters that have come and gone. But you know, like with me, Kevin, Andre, Aaron, a couple other guys, you know, stuck together, and we've gone to a few fights, and really with Frankie's help and support, and you know, we built Muay Thai, Spider Muay Thai together. And I believe we're a strong team. We're really young, but we're making a name for ourselves. Still pretty young. I mean, I'm still doing a lot of training, but I see myself with Spider Muay Thai for a while until age really catches up with me, because I am pretty old. But I'll name a few, you know, just like going to the tournament in Sacramento. I thought that was great. Like with me, Kevin, Andre, and Steve, you know, all sharing a room together. It was awesome. Like even with our other trips too. It's just like, you know, it brings you closer together when you go on trips like that. Or when we went to Vegas and watched those lion fights, promotions fights, and it just, you know, everybody has a common bond. Like, it's Muay Thai. We love it, you know. It's like a certain language, a certain culture, and we all kind of just share it. And it's like, it's really special to me. Number one is Boog Hao, because he's just super sick and awesome. He's got sick kicks, and, well, his kicks are just amazing. I've come to love Joe Schilling, because that guy is just a beast. Just the way he walks into the ring, it's like he has this aura about him. Like, if I was the opponent, I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to fight that guy, you know? And Miriam Nakamoto is another one of those fighters. It's like, so, and we got Kevin Ross, we got Romy Adanza. There's so many fighters that I look up to, but yeah, mainly Boog Hao and Joe Schilling. Well, the first person who influenced me for Muay Thai was my teacher, my first teacher, Jim Vanover, because he's the one who introduced it to me. But Frankie actually furthered my knowledge on Muay Thai, and he introduced me to a lot of people in the Muay Thai Association and the fighters, and I really thank him for that, and I'm very grateful. But I would say the most influential person in my life has to be my mom. She's very courageous, and she's a huge part of me. She's my heart. Honestly, Spider Muay Thai was the center, the core of my life for like the past year and a half. I trained 5 days a week, about 2 to 3 hours a day. It was either here or at Ghazi Academy. You know, I put my whole heart into it. There were days when, of course, I wasn't always there, but I always strive to do my best. I always try to make my coach and my teammates proud of me. And I know others look up to me, so I always try to, you know, put up like a face, or just, you know, be strong, you know. And I try to pick up stuff really fast, and it, not to be cocky or anything, but it does come naturally to me. I don't know, I just love it. And the most fond memories I have of Spider Muay Thai is actually being here at the gym, you know, sparring, hanging out with, you know, Kevin, Andre, and watching kids like Aaron grow up into the, you know, fine young men, you know. When Aaron first came in here, he was, you know, he didn't really know Muay Thai, and now he's got like super great technique. And I saw him in his first fight, and he did awesome, you know. I'm super proud of him. And I'm like a big sister to them, you know, even though I'm like the shortest one. But yeah, they make me proud. It makes me proud to be here and to know them and to see them grow, and watch Kevin, you know, become a champion, and I know he'll do so much better and accomplish so many more. And it just makes me really proud, and, you know, my heart is just like full of love.
My name's Kevin B, and I've been training Muay Thai for 3 years now. Muay Thai to me it's more than just a sport, it's a lifestyle. This sport has changed me in every single way, personality and and just work ethic in general. The main things I love about it so much is to really succeed in the sport, it really depends on all the little things you do on the outside that really make you a true athlete. And then even personality-wise, starting out I was a real jerk. People didn't like being around me. I was really cocky, but this sport has really shown me a lot of respect, and that's probably one of the biggest things I love about the sport so much, is that it's such a heavily respectful sport. Muay Thai, it's the art of eight limbs. We're attacking, we're punching, we're kicking, we're throwing elbows and knees. So to truly be great in Muay Thai, you've got to train everything. I started Muay Thai about 3 years ago. I was 16 years old. I got a job at this gym, actually, just working at the front desk, and I was never looking or planning on even joining Muay Thai. I just wanted to come in, lift weights, and hit the bag, you know. And I remember one day the trainer kept looking at me and seeing that I kept looking at the class going on. His name, and then one day Jason just came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you know what? One day come in, try our class out." And from that day on, I've been here every single day. Starting out in this sport, you can even ask anybody I trained with from the beginning. I was really hard to get along with. I was really hard-headed. I didn't listen to anybody. I was very disrespectful, and I was just really cocky. And then it actually took Frankie telling me, pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, if you don't change your attitude or change your ways, I'm not going to put you in any fight. I don't care how good you are. I don't care if this is what you want to do. I'm not going to let you do it." And pretty much from starting training on with Frankie, I've learned so much respect, and I've completely changed as a person. American Thai fighters, I love the American Thai fighters because you get to see a lot more hands and elbows and knees with the American Thai fighters. I think, and then even like the American Thai fighters today, that the top guys, you see Kevin Ross and Joe Schillings, they're really paving the way and making a name for American fighters, because I like fighting. I've never been a team sport kind of guy. I've played every single sport you can imagine: football, baseball, water polo, soccer. I love that when you step into the ring, it's all on you. It's nobody else. I've been with Spider Muay Thai since day one. I mean, I remember when it first started, it was just me, Frankie, Renee, and I want to say 2 other people that were just only taking the class. And now it's grown so much over the past 3 years. And even in the future, I mean, to sum it up, is we're still growing. And I even told Frankie he's going to be with me till the end. So I want to take it as far as I possibly can with the team. The most memorable moment, I'll never forget this moment. It was my first Thai fight with no shin guards, and I was nervous. I mean, I was so nervous. And I remember in the locker room, before I came out to walk out to my fight, Frankie grabs my arm and he ties his armband onto my arm, and he says, "Today I want to see a part of me in the ring." And I did. I went out there and I fought a great fight. And to this day, I don't think I'll ever forget that moment. It just meant so much to me. My favorite fighter, he's not a Muay Thai fighter as much as people would think he's like a kickboxer, but I love Tyrone Spong. I love watching the way he moves, and just his story and how he started at such a low weight class and cleared out all these divisions and went up to a heavyweight. My whole thing is I always say that, I want to be a light heavyweight, which probably isn't gonna happen, but people like that give me an inspiration that I too one day can fight at that weight. I look up to 2 people now, not Muay Thai related, is my father. My dad's everything to me. Every time I step into the ring, I fight for my dad. I wear his armbands. I wear everything that has to do with my dad. Yeah, he means means the world to me. And then outside of the ring is, I grew up, I never had a father figure growing up. My dad passed away at a very young age, so when I started training and all this time that Frankie was helping me out, I really developed a strong bond with him, stronger than I'd even consider most of my family. So I mean, I really look up to my coach. Been a few times where he wanted to step away and I couldn't let it. He stuck with it. Look at us now. He was getting discouraged, like, no, you know, I don't know if this is exactly what I want to do, if I was cut out to be a coach. And I remember I used to always sit down and like tell him, like, beg him almost, just don't give up on me, coach, I promise you I'm going to do something with this. And he stuck with it. I mean, there were a few times, like, we butt heads a lot, and there's been a few times where he wanted to step away and I couldn't let it. He stuck with it, and look at us now.
My name is Andre Pratama, and I've trained Muay Thai for roughly about a year. My perspective on Muay Thai changed throughout the year. At first, I joined the gym just to be in shape, learn about the art, and maybe get a match or two and I'd be satisfied. However, Muay Thai has given me more than that. Muay Thai gives me teammates who I share the same passion with, train, and spar with almost every day. They have become more than just my friends, and they become like an extended family for me. Muay Thai also teaches me determination. There are some choices you have to make in order to be successful. For example, choosing training over going out with friends, avoiding McDonald's, and dieting right. Those are the two examples of sacrifices you have to take in order for you to be a successful fighter. Without determination, there will be no success. This mentality goes beyond just fighting. This will also be the mentality I'm carrying around my work, school, and everyday life. Muay Thai is a form of martial arts from Thailand, and basically it's a martial arts of eight limbs, which involve kicking, punching, throwing elbows, and also knees. I started Muay Thai just about a year ago, and pretty much I used to take Taekwondo for about 10 years, and the last couple of years of Taekwondo, I felt like I stopped learning something new, and I guess it's the hunger in me that keep on wanting to learn something new, that try to reach for other martial arts that I find interesting. So I go on YouTube, just looking at Muay Thai, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. So started looking for, just a good gym to stop by, and I came into this gym inspired by Muay Thai, and yeah, started training with them, and I like the way I'm training right now. Muay Thai has influenced me in a way that I learned a new value of determination. Just for example, just before fight, Muay Thai it goes beyond just fighting and training. You also have to take care of your diet, and where if you don't determine at all, I mean, there's no way you're gonna make weight and also condition your right so you can, be successful in the ring eventually. Like everyone said, when you first think of Muay Thai, you probably think of the Asian fighters, of course, like the best fighters, Muay Thai fighters in the world. They're probably gonna think of Thailand. Will be the first thing that comes up to most people's mind. And I like the way that now the American fighters, they have been making names for themselves. For example, Kevin Ross or Josh Schilling. They started to open up the world's eyes that there are some good fighters in America. And there's a lot of things that touch me the most about Muay Thai, but definitely the fighting part of it, and also the fact that you have your teammates here that support you 100%. I learned a lot of things, but mostly, of course, respect and determination. First, I just was looking for a good gym to train with. I've been to a couple gyms before this, and over there I just pretty much train, and I feel like I would never go anywhere with them. So trying to look for a place where I can train and eventually get a fight. So came to this gym first time, and I look at the way we're training. I like the way it is, and I know that we have like at least a couple fighters, and eventually I want to be a part of the team that and to eventually fight. So that's why I like and choose to stay with this gym. And my first impression of training here is a fast pace, and Frankie really did try his best to teach everyone like what he knows, and he also reach to you guys. To reach to everyone and to make sure that everyone doing the right thing. And as far as what I think I'm gonna be with this team, like you said, the team is pretty young, and I want to be a part of the guys that bring our names up. I think the most memorable moment would be my second fight out here in Sacramento. I was training hard for that fight, and I pretty much coming in only one fight, and the guy I was fighting had like 30-35 under his belt, and it was pretty nerve-wracking for me, but I did good. I think I held up my ground pretty well, and I still lost the fight, but I felt like I gave it my all. And I step out of the ring, and I look at my coach's face, and then he pretty much told me he's proud of what I did in there. So that was, I think, my best moment, to know that my coach see that I gave it my all. My favorite fighter would have to be Giorgio Petrosian. He is another southpaw fighter, just like me, and his nickname is Doctor because he's just so precise and his technique is just so crisp. There's no doubt about this. My dad will be like the most influential in my life. He has been working hard to get me where I am today, and I know he's been stressing out trying to put me through school and everything, and now that it's good to show him that all his hard work that didn't come to waste, and now it's time for me to take action. Like I said in my statement earlier, Spider Muay Thai is like an extended family for me. I come here almost every day, and I have teammates that I spar with, just shed bloods and sweats and tears together, and there's like ups and downs moment, and this is just like bonding that you can replace. Like you just have to feel it for yourself, that you know like what they're going through because you're going through the same thing that you do. So yeah, it's like a family to me.
My full name is Aaron Cervantes, and I've been training for about a year and a half now. Muay Thai for me is an opportunity to build courage. Like a while ago, I wouldn't have been the type of kid to even be interviewing right now. I would be too shy to do anything like this. Muay Thai gives you courage. You have to be brave enough to walk into the ring, and ultimately just walk into the room and train here. Muay Thai is the science of 8 limbs because you strike with your fists, your knees, and your shins, which adds up to 8 limbs: 2 hands, 2 knees, 2 shins. And it's the national sport of Thailand, and the Thai people take very, very great pride in their art. Started about a year and a half ago. I started watching like a bunch of YouTube videos on different martial arts. None of them really appealed to me. Then I saw Muay Thai and I thought it was really cool. So I looked up everything in the area, and the first thing that came up was the American gym, so I came over here and started training. It's definitely made me more confident. It's made me not scared to like go out there and really experience life and take chances. I think American Thai fighters are really setting the bar. Like fighters like Joe Schilling are really showing like how well people from other countries can fight. It's not just because you're Thai that you're good at your sport. You can be good at a lot of things regardless of where you're from. I actually like teaching people in Muay Thai. Even though I'm still young, I like to teach the new people who come in. I learned to never give up and to keep going with everything that I can do, because before I would pretty much quit on anything that even became remotely difficult. Here that wasn't an option, because if you gave up, you'd have to do the walk of shame right out of here. I didn't want to do that. I can see myself in a few years probably still training here, hopefully still doing fights, hopefully being stronger and stronger and becoming a great fighter one day and a great teacher. Definitely the most memorable moment was the first time I got beat up by Rhea. It was probably the most humiliating thing ever, to be beaten up that badly by someone who's just that much better than you. Not to mention she's a foot shorter than me. My favorite fighters are Blue Cow. He's very smart, very skilled, and very technical. And Joe Schilling, he's just a beast in the ring, and a pretty nice guy outside of the ring. My dad, he's supported me with just about everything, and he's probably one of the only people who says what really needs to be said and has taken a really active approach in my life. What drives me to put in the long hours of training is I want to be a really good fighter one day. I want to be able to spread Muay Thai and to be a teacher to people who don't always have the opportunity. I probably didn't think I would still be here after this time, but I'm glad I stayed with it.